Hi, before I start off this video is going to be split into two parts. One, where we actually talk about serious FNAF 7 discussion, and two, where we be complete fucking morons. You'll see what I mean by tomorrow, and I mean by tomorrow, I'm going to edit the video by tomorrow, by the way. I have to say one huge major announcement, sad announcement, I don't fucking know how to call this. I did not get the actual picture. Was not able to get the picture for MrToyFazbear. I am so sorry. I could not get the picture. I'm very sorry, but just listen to our words. Just please take us seriously. Like he says later on in the video, we may be overreacting. We may be doing whatever, but just listen to us, okay? We're not lying. We did see something. So, yeah, just wanted to get that out of the way, and, yeah, enjoy the video. Forgot to mention, don't mind, me drinking the water, and also the background sounds. Also, my camera turns off at one point because I didn't want to keep redoing it, because I would distract people. Yeah. That's the real quick warning. Here comes the video. Hi there, it's MrToyFazbear, and welcome to this kind of late FNAF 7 discussion video that I've been waiting forever to do with MrToyFazbear.
Hey guys. Many people thought that when me and Mega Bonnie Fan, when we were discussing, and I told him what I saw, we were like freaking out because we were like, dude, we just discovered probably FNAF 7. Now, again, we want to stress this to all the people who are actually watching this video. We do not know if this is true or not. We could just be making complete fools of ourselves here, and we're gonna get a lot of backlash from the FNAF community saying you just got us overhyped for nothing, and people are pretty much gonna hate us for the rest of our life. But basically, what I saw is that Mega Bonnie Fan, he showed me this image the other day, and he said that a good pal of ours, the Super Epic Gamer, he said that he saw something in the background, and and eventually I didn't see anything, but then he told me to brighten it up more, Mega Bonnie Fan did. So I brightened it up, and I swore to God, and I don't know, again, this could just be a coincidence, or my eyes playing tricks on me, but I swear that I saw a torso in the background, and then when we looked at it further, we swore we like saw three sets of eyes. Like one set had a white eye and a black eye, and the other set had a white eye and a white eye, and then the other set had a black eye and a black eye. So we came to the conclusion that we were theorizing that this could possibly be FNAF 7, and we thought that these three animatronics here were Lefty, Molten Freddy, and Baby, the animatronics from FNAF 6, because we suspect that they never moved on to the afterlife, and they basically decided to put themselves back together, and it ended up in sort of a bizarre kind of way.
And then we looked at FNAF World, and you brightened it up, and you swore you saw three sets of eyes on the same body, and we freaked out like all hell.
Yeah, well, I didn't see three sets of eyes. I saw AI, but I swore like it was connected to the same. At first I thought it was Springtrap because it kind of had that look to it. But then when I looked closer, I realized that's not Springtrap because I swore it had like a set of teeth or something, and basically I realized that, Springtrap, he has teeth, but if this was Springtrap, why are the teeth so off-centered from the face? And we were thinking maybe this could be Ennard, or a new version of Ennard, and my theory is that maybe this is a version of Ennard that is comprised of a bunch of animatronics that maybe we've never seen before. Now, I theorize that it's probably the original animatronics from FNAF 1, but that is yet to be confirmed by Scott. If these images are true, again, we could just be making fools of ourselves here, but we swear that we saw these things, and you probably all are not believing us right now, but just listen to us throughout this video. I brightened it up, and Bonnie Fan, he said that it's just the same exact image, and it's just the same exact image from before. Baby with her eyes closed, this was like a teaser for FNAF 6 at the time, and we were I suspected that there was something different about this photo because I know Scott how he loves trolling us. So I suspected, yes, this is the same image, but maybe there was something different put into it. So I brightened it up, and I swore to God, I swear, I saw an eye behind baby's right eye right there with a set of teeth. So we think that maybe Scott has somehow altered this image or put something new in there so that we could see this mystery animatronic or whatever this is. Now, again, this has not been confirmed. None of this none of this might be true, but we think it might be true because with the release of Ultimate Custom Night, we also Mega Mind fan showed me in the ending to Ultimate Custom Night if you beat it, and it showed Golden Freddy. He was basically like freaking out like he does in all the other FNAF games. He just his body parts flailing around, and at first I didn't know what to make of it because at first I'm like, okay, so that's Golden Freddy. What is he doing in here? And basically, Mega Money Fan gave us like the incredible idea that maybe this could be like a FNAF remake. Like, what if this is a remake of FNAF 1? Now, again, we don't know. None of us know, but like, if this is a Five Nights at Freddy's 1 remake, I think it doesn't really make any sense because like FNAF 1 is probably like the shining spot of FNAF. Like, when it first started and when it first became like a big, huge phenomenon and everyone started getting into it, everyone started playing it, and everyone started loving it. And in my opinion, I don't think Scott would remake FNAF 1 because it's his best game, and everyone agrees that FNAF 1, including myself, is probably the best one in series. And I think that maybe Scott would not remake the first game, but maybe this might be hinting at FNAF 7. Maybe Golden Freddy might have something to do with it. We don't know, but that's just my personal opinion.
Yeah, but then I also brought up that it could be related to FNAF 7 again, because like we kind of discovered, we may have discovered. I'm not 100% sure, but we may have discovered FNAF 7, and that may have tied into it as well.
The animatronic that we saw, or we thought we saw, or we think we saw anyway, and the brightened up image on Scott Games when it was completely blank. Excuse me. We thought we saw a torso and 3 sets of eyes, and my first thought was that okay, the eyes are like in these different kinds of directions or something. Like they're 2 of them are looking side to side, and the other one is looking straight at the camera. And I came to the conclusion: what if this is some sort of Hydra animatronic? Because you all know, probably most of you know the legend of the Hydra. It's a 3-headed beast with it's kind of like a dragon, but it has 3 heads. And we thought, what if Scott's like doing something weird here, where it's a Hydra animatronic made up of Baby, Molten Freddy, and Lefty? That's what I think. And another thing, we have evidence. Well, we don't have evidence, but I think I have some evidence to support that what I saw was indeed a real thing. Because when I saw the eyes, I mentioned how one of them was white and one of them was black. You remember this?
Yeah.
I looked back at all the FNAF 6 characters to see if any characters had a white and black eye, and I actually saw that Lefty has a white and black eye. So,
oh yeah.
That maybe this could be Lefty, and I looked back see if there was any other characters. Now Baby, she has 2 white eyes, so I think that the white eyes we saw in the image. Now the black eyes, I don't know who these could belong to. Springtrap has black eye. Springtrap has white eyes. Molten Freddy, he doesn't really have. He has an orange eye, but that's because his eyes were torn off or something. I don't know, but they're kind of orange or something like that. And I looked and looked, and I couldn't find any other animatronics that in FNAF 6 that had white eyes. Or, sorry, not white eyes, black eyes. But I think that maybe these 2 animatronics who have the white and black eye, that's Lefty, and the animatronic that has the white eyes, that's Baby. And the other one, I don't know who this is, but it could be maybe an animatronic from an older game, because I'm trying to think if any animatronics had black eyes. I know that Toy Chica did, but I don't think it would really make sense if she was in this game because, FNAF 2 and FNAF 6 are in different time periods, so I don't really know why she'd be coming back again. But it could be, we don't know, but that's just what I think. Anyway, moving on. So basically, what we think. So this is our conclusion, basically. Me and Mega Bowling Fan, we came up to this. Now, we were freaking out.
We were losing it because we were so proud that we discovered this.
Now again, We don't know, but like if this is hinting at a FNAF 7 or some sort of FNAF game, we're like, I don't even have a YouTube channel, but I'm still kind of popular on Game Joe. But I have like a really small followers. And Mega Bonnie fan, he's a very small YouTuber, but
Yeah.
if this is FNAF 7, we just discovered it before any of the other big YouTubers discovered it, like Dawko, Fusion Z Gamer, and other FNAF YouTubers who love, finding secrets and everything. Like, if this is true, then we just found it before anyone else on the planet did, at least we think. So, yeah, we got pretty excited when we saw this, but again, we don't know. This could just be our minds playing tricks on us, but we think. And the thing is a coincidence. I don't know if this was a coincidence, but the Super Epic Gamer swore that he said he could see something in the background of this image here, the gray one right here. And I was all like, okay, well maybe there's a secret here. And I saw a torso and 3 eyes. That's exactly what I saw, and I think that's what Mega Bonnie fans saw too. And then in the FNAF World image right here, I thought there was something different about it, so I brightened it up, and I swore I saw an eye and a set of teeth behind the baby's right eye right there.
Yeah, it was insane. But also, there was a thing that I saw on Reddit, like I think either yesterday or the day before. But I did see something, but I did see a Reddit post that talked about Funtime Fredbear. What the fuck does that mean?
Exactly. Fredbear was shown in the Ultimate Custom Night, but it was, in my opinion, it was extremely disappointing because it's more of an Easter egg than anything. It's not an actual character.
Yeah.
Well, he is a character, but it's more of just an Easter egg. It's not an actual character that you have to go up against or something. And it highly disappointed me because I'm like, oh, we finally get to see what Fredbear looks like. We finally get to see him in action and what he's going to do. And while we did see what Fredbear looks like, and now, I guess no one has to make any more fan models depicting what he might look like.
Well, I mean, it is just like a purple top hat and a purple bow tie, and that's it.
That's another thing that disappointed me. Fredbear, I was hoping that, it would be kind of like the fan, because I like the fan-made models of Fredbear better than I do the official one that was shown in Ultimate Custom Night, because those ones look more unique with the head design and the overall, just design of the character. But Scott's model, now again, this does not look like a bad model. Scott's model Fredbear is great and it looks highly impressive, but it's the thing. It's just Golden Freddy with a purple top hat. Now, I'm pretty sure this probably confirms everyone's theory that Golden Freddy is Fredbear, so I'm pretty sure Golden Freddy has now been confirmed to be Fredbear. But again, it's really disappointing because I think Scott just probably took Golden Freddy, stood him up, and then colored his hat purple. That's pretty much what Fredbear is. He's just Golden Freddy wearing a purple hat. There's really nothing different.
Yeah, I even saw a joke video about how the FNAF community reacted to the Fredbear's reveal, and he did snap his finger, and all it changed was his top hat and his bow tie, and the image, and the other people were going crazy. So I think that was probably over exaggerating, but it was still kind of disappointing.
And Scott, he puts all this time and effort into showing us, oh, Fredbear, he's coming to the custom night. And then I go into the custom night roster, he's not there. So I'm like, wait, where is he? And then someone tells me what to do to activate him, and I'm all like, that's it? That's just an Easter egg. I didn't even get a good look at Fredbear, but I swear that's just Golden Freddy wearing a purple top hat.
Yeah, I could see a good look at him because of Super Epic Gamer. He's legit looked in through the files on day one, and I did get a good look at him. And yeah, it is just a purple bow tie, and a purple top hat. That's it.
Yeah, I feel like Scott kind of cheated us there because, we've been waiting for years to see what Fredbear is going to look like, and we saw a nightmare version of him. And then we saw, the minigame version, and of course, those kinds of gave us ideas. But the weird thing is, the difference between Nightmare Fredbear and the regular Fredbear is that they don't look anything alike each other. Like, the heads designs are completely different. The body sizes are different as well, and just everything about the models are different compared to each other. Like, they don't even look like the same person. And Scott is saying that that's supposed to be the same animatronic. Yep, that's Fredbear. That's what he's supposed to look like. I'm like, how though? They look completely different. I can understand where he's coming from because maybe since this is the last FNAF game that Scott is working on, well confirmed by him anyway. He could just be trolling us here, yeah. But because this is the last one, because this is the quote unquote last one he is making. I feel like he was just kind of okay, well, I've pretty much stressed myself out enough by making this custom night for everyone because they wanted it, and I've had to program 60 or 50 characters, and I'm really stressed out, and I don't really feel like the time of making a Fredbear, so I'll just give Golden Freddy a purple hat and bow tie. I can kind of understand it because I get Scott, he's a busy guy, and I'm sure he's probably tired from all the hard work he's been doing, and he just wants to hang out with his family, probably. So I can kind of understand why he did that, but it was still a little bit of a letdown.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true, but when I heard about this Funtime Fredbear through Reddit, I freaked the hell out. Does that have to do with FNAF 7 or what?
Yeah, Funtime Fredbear, I don't get that, because some FNAF fan games have been hinting at a Funtime Fredbear, Five Nights at Freddy's sister location Unreal Engine 4, that has a Funtime Fredbear in it, and other games, they've been hinting at a Funtime Fredbear, but I'm just thinking, it's just some sort of fan-made creation, but if Scott is actually thinking of making maybe a Fredbear type of a game, Five Nights at Freddy's 7, where it's Fredbear and Funtime Fredbear and Funtime Spring Bonnie, that would be an interesting concept, but I don't know if it's going to be tied into the sister location story, or if it's going to be tied in with the main series FNAF story. We don't know. And another thing, I don't know why there would be a FNAF 7, because honestly, I want there to be, because Scott said that, there is going to be a FNAF 7, because he confirmed that, he's going to hand it off to some sort of company or something, but why would there be a FNAF 7? Because FNAF 6 was a great ending, the game was great, and that ending just blew my mind. When you beat the sixth night, that ending, showing them all dying, and the dude on the phone saying this is where your story ends, and he's giving us the whole story and everything, telling us why these animatronics are doing this and how they're able to move around and stuff, and you don't really need to continue from there. You just can kind of leave it off there and say, well, FNAF's over, we had fun, good luck, see ya.
Yeah, I mean, you don't, to be honest, Scott, you don't really have to do this. It doesn't, it would kind of drive fans away from the actual game itself, but still, I think FNAF 6 is a great place to end it off. Not because of the ending, but because I personally think that FNAF 6 is perfect. It's just the way to end.
Yeah, and Scott, if you are watching this, if there's the smallest possible chance that you're watching this,
very small, actually.
Yes, but if you are, you've done your job, man. You've done a great job. You've given us amazing games. You've scared us. You've made us crap our pants, and you've made us pissed our pants and everything. You've done an amazing job, and we, in my opinion, you are my hero. You're one of the guys who got me into game design development, but you've kind of done your job, dude. You don't need to keep making these games so your fan base can, get happy and, everything. If you want to stop, you can stop, buddy. You don't need to keep going, because, the problem is there are also people leaving the FNAF fan base, because even I agree that maybe you've made too much FNAF games. You keep saying, how FNAF 4 was the ending, and then you announce FNAF sister location. I'm okay, I can see maybe this is, a spin-off series or something, but, and then he makes FNAF, and then he announces FNAF 6, and then he says that it's canceled, but then he, brings it back and he remakes it and everything. Scott, you don't need to keep doing this, buddy. You've done your job. Now just go hang out with your family and make a new game. Maybe make a new horror game that can grow an even bigger fan base than Five Nights at Freddy's, and maybe release those games on the consoles and stuff, and grow a larger fan base from that game. Just do something like that instead of maybe more FNAF games, you know?
100% that probably won't happen, but I did hear he's making a sequel to The Desolate Hope, so I guess that's something.
I've never actually played The Desolate of Hope. I heard it's a good... Is it a good game? Like, what is it?
I've never played it either, but like once the game comes out, I'll play the first two. There's two by the way.
Yeah, and remember on FNAF World you can play as the coffee pot?
Yeah, I know. But like Scott,
That character was from oh, sorry, here, I'll let you go.
Yeah. I was about to say, I think it's the pressure. I think it's like peer pressure because I'm pretty sure the FNAF fans don't care what he says. They want more FNAF games, and it's kind of stupid.
Like, it's like this. If Scott just announces, guys, my wife, I'm just using an example here, but he says, guys, my wife and I are trying to go on a date. Can you guys please leave me alone? And he's all like,
yeah.
no, give us another FNAF game. Like, the problem is with so many of these games these days, like Call of Duty and FNAF and, Resident Evil, the reason they've kind of gone downhill is because of their cancerous fan bases, like always demanding more, and like when they ask for something different and new and they get that, they complain. Like an example for like Call of Duty, like every year Call of Duty innovates and basically like they say, hey, we want something new, like we want this, and Activision and the studio who's working on the game is like, okay, and then they put that in the next game, and then like when people see it they're complaining, they're like, no, we didn't want this, we want something different, and then they're like, okay, fine, and then they put the thing that they asked for in the next game, and then they're like, no, and then I feel like that's what's going on with Scott. Like, everyone's asking for something different when he wants to stop and just take a break, and then people don't care. They just want him to keep making more so that they can keep playing.
I mean, it's more of now, I think FNAF 6, again, is the end, and it's more pushed off as a kind of spin-off kind of thing instead of making more mainstream games.
I mean, FNAF Sister Location and FNAF 6 were still tied in with the FNAF story, like the main series FNAF story, but like, yeah,
and also
Scott,
the books.
Yeah, and also the books, but Scott, you've done your job, man. Just go ahead, take a break, grab a beer, go sit by your wife, and play with your kids and something. Just do what you want to do, man.
I don't know if he drinks, but yeah, go ahead and relax, dude. I mean, you don't have to do this.
I'm just giving an example. I don't know Scott personally, but I'm saying if you want to go grab a beer, Scott, go grab a beer, hang out with your lady, play with your kids, do all that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure while raising a kid, he's not going to do a beer, but
You deserve it, man. You've been working so hard, you deserve a little load off.
Yeah, true. But, I mean, still, if this is true, I'm still, like, worried for Scott, but I'm also am kind of excited.
Well, Scott confirmed that, he quote-unquote confirmed
Yeah.
that it's been handed to, like, a company. Now, here's the problem. If Scott, if this is true, and he really is done with making the FNAF games, and, like, he's handing it off to a company, I'm not so concerned about him leaving and, maybe making other projects that are not FNAF. I'm more concerned about the company he hands it to, because if he hands it to EA, we're screwed.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I would think,
But I think Scott's, like, smart enough that he would not even do that. Like, he would not even consider that.
Yeah, I would think, like, Bethesda, Sega, or maybe even Capcom could do it.
Like, he needs to hand it to a company who has made successful horror games. And Bethesda and Capcom, they have made some really good horror games. Like, Capcom, Resident Evil 7 was a masterpiece.
Yeah, that was good.
Evil Within 2 from Bethesda was great. Very good. I mean, I guess it's not really a horror game, but it did have some scary moments in it. And Sega, I would like him to hand it off to Sega, too, because, like, they worked on Alien Isolation, and oh my god, that game is both scary and amazing. He needs to hand it off to a company who has clearly, like, made successful games before. He knows is capable of making a good, FNAF 7. And plus, the thing is, with FNAF, like, FNAF has always been just one thing. It's been, I guess, I'm leaving Sister Location out because that kind of had some free roaming, but not much. But basically, so Five Nights at Freddy's has just been sitting in a room with, like, vents or doors or cameras or trackers or flashlights and doors and more doors and stuff like that. You kind of just... And I always wanted, whenever I got tired of FNAF around the release of Sister Location because I liked Sister Location, but that's when FNAF kind of started to wear off on me, and I'm like, okay, it's another FNAF game. I mean, I still like FNAF, but I'm not as into it as I once was.
So I will give you
And
15
you know,
minutes, and then you can get
I wish that Scott.
Maybe.
No, I'm not saying. Why did I say that? I wish that
Yes.
I hope that for the next FNAF game, I would love to see it be like a really long game, maybe at least like 10 hours probably.
Oh Jesus, why?
Cause like think about it, like if he's handing it off to a company, then they're obviously gonna put it on consoles because it's not gonna be like cause like every company releases their games on consoles because that's just the way they do it. But anyway, as I was saying, I would love to see like maybe a 10 or 9 hour long game, a 9 or 10 hour long game, like a free roam horror survival game with action elements. Like I would love to see like maybe some melee combat where like you can go and confront the animatronics. Like you can't kill them, but maybe like if you can grab a metal pipe or something or a handgun and you can either like shoot them or hit them in the face, and that won't kill them, but it'll make them scared and run off. And then like maybe they can learn what you're doing, and then they can like grab your weapons and they can break them, and then you basically have to like run and hide and until you find another weapon that you can use to defend yourself.
Oh god, this conversation is gonna be hell. Yeah, that actually be really cool.
Yeah, that would actually be a very awesome experience, and I think that if for those of you who are tired of FNAF like I am, and you want to see something different, like you still like FNAF, but you're kind of tired of the same old crap, and you want to see something done different, like give Scott, like actually go on the Ultimate Custom Night page and tell Scott we want a free roam horror survival game that the company that you're handing the game to will make, because like we want to see that. We don't just want to see like a game where you sit in a room with cameras. We want to see like really true horror stuff.
Well, yeah, but isn't that kind of begging on Scott's part?
Oh, yeah, I was just kidding. I mean, all right, forget what you just heard. Don't
Okay,
go to
good.
Scott.
I was about to say it like really, dude.
Yeah, I'm sorry. That just sounded wrong. I wasn't trying to make it. I didn't really mean it that way. I was never mind. Yeah, everyone, please don't do that. For what I just said, give Scott a break. He deserves it. No, again, Scott. Hang out with your wife, play with your kids. Play. I bet Scott, he's been making games so long that I bet he doesn't have time to play them anymore.
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Yeah, so Scott, go play a game, man. Go pick up like I don't know, the new Call of Duty. I don't know if he's into that kind of stuff.
I'm pretty sure he's not into that kind of stuff.
All right, just you know what I mean. Just go pick up a game series that you like and you think is really cool, and play it for your hearts till your heart's content. Like you've earned it, man.
And cut. That's where part 1 is going to end. I do not want to explain part 2 because yeah, but I will say one word. Scott trackers.